get them used to touching and stuff. But the girls are more. Let's see, we don't work with the girls as much as we do with the boys. I mean, we work with them.
Right.
But we don't take them for walks.
Got you.
We don't do stuff like that. We have 2 pregnant ones.
Oh.
And we had 2 nursing ones. So sometimes we have a nursing, sometimes we have pregnant. And they're all in a herd. The boys are separated in groups of 2 and 3.
And these are your boys back
fight.
there?
Yes, and they fight a lot.
Oh, wow.
Because they're boys. And
sure.
Boys will be boys. The girls, however, can stay in a group. But if we were to take 2 or 3 to walk, either they wouldn't want to leave their herd animals, or everybody would want to go.
Oh.
There's no way we could take 9 alpacas for walks. I have 2 hands. I could maybe take 3.
How do you do that? You like a leash or?
Oh yeah, we have a harness that goes on them. It goes around their nose, and then goes around the back of their neck, and then we have a lead, and they walk. The boys are trained. You can train alpacas to do tricks. Right now, the only thing we have them trained to do is no, walk, and that's it. Oh no, go to bed.
Oh, okay.
Because at night, in the evening time, when the sun just starts to go down, it's bedtime. And we didn't mean to teach them this, but it's what I do with my dogs when it's time for bed.
Yep.
It's what she does with her dogs. So we come out and we just go to bed. And over time, they just learned that go to bed means, go to bed means go to bed. They're fighting over the hay.
And you get like their wool and...
Yeah, we have a bunch of, if you want to walk up in the store.
I would love to see that.
Well, once a year we have professional shearers come in, late April, early May, and they shear them a lot like sheep are. Okay. There are 3 different cuts to the fur. The first one is the blanket, which is what goes around the stomach area. And when they shear it off, they literally do it in one big piece, and that's the prime part that you use for sweaters and that sort of thing. And then there's cuts on their legs and neck and chest area. Sometimes we send it off to a mill, and it comes back and they make the yarn for us.
Oh.
Some of it we process here for smaller projects, but it's real labor intensive to clean it.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Because if you notice the girls that are out here, the ones that are kind of a rusty color, it's because they roll in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like dogs and birds and all these other things.
Yeah.
And when it comes back.
Can I feel it?
Oh, sure. When it comes back, see how white it is.
Very soft.
Yeah. Oh, it's really soft. And the sweaters you'll find are, this wool doesn't have lanolin in it.
Okay.
Like sheep's wool.
Right. Oh, okay.
So therefore it's hyperallergenic. It's it's lightweight.
And you make socks too.
Well, we don't do those. All the products in here right now, with the exception of the wool, come from fair trade organizations in Peru.
Okay.
We have a few things that have been made in the USA, but not many.
Oh, this is adorable.
Yeah.
This little card.
A local lady made the cards, but the wool the fiber that's on it comes from our animals.
It is so cute. That is the cutest little card. Oh, and it's got, okay.
Occasionally, Mary Jane, who's the lady who owns the farm, will do like workshops up here.
Oh, yeah?
She's done one on how to make a hat.
Okay. Do you have like a schedule of that?
When she does it, it's on her website.
It comes on the website, okay.
It comes on the website.
All right.
Let's see, every Saturday we have what we call drop-in knitting and crocheting. During the summer we don't get hardly any activity at all, but as the weather starts to cool, It's, you come up here and there might be 4 or 5 folks sitting around. Mary Jane is an excellent crocheter and knitter, so she's open to teaching
Oh, wow.
or helping somebody with a project. If you're doing something and you're hung up on it,
Yeah.
she'll help you. And you don't have to sign up for it. As long as the sign is up on the road on Saturday, you're welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to stop by.
And how does that work when do you guys provide the tools for that?
Well, we have knitting needles and crochet hooks that you can use while you're here.
Right.
But you would need to bring your own, yarn, unless you wanted to, purchase some of this. Probably, my suggestion would be I crochet. I personally have not worked with this. I gave a skein to a friend of mine who's really, really good at it. She found it a little hard to work with.
Okay.
But that's because she'd never worked with it before.
Right.
And she was used to like acrylic yarn, which is different.
That's what I use, is the acrylic
That's
yarn.
what I do too. To me, unless I can throw it in a washing machine,
right.
I don't want it.
And it seems like it would be difficult to work with if this is part of it.
Yes. So I'm not.
It frays easy.
We have folks that buy it, and
it's very soft.
It is. It's really, really soft. Most of the sweaters are 100% alpaca. You'll find that the gloves and the socks are typically a blend, just because you need to wash them a little bit more often, and the care instructions are, you don't throw them in a dryer. Lots of times.
Oh, right.
Lots of times it'll tell you to wash by hand and, lay flat to dry and that sort of thing.
Well, I imagine it would shrink really.
I don't know that it shrinks. It's just, well, if you put it in a hot dryer, I'm sure it probably would. And sometimes it'll say, dry clean only. But I've had folks tell me that, the best socks they've ever had, if you have a tendency to have cold feet, the socks are really warm.
Oh, I bet.
We have lots of folks that come in. We have these that are like liners, inserts.
Oh, wow.
And you cut them to size, and there's a gentleman that lives 2 or 3 houses up, and he comes and gets these 2 or 3 times a year because they do a lot of work outside, and it keeps their feet warm and it draws the moisture out.
Oh, wow.
So we've got lots of things.
Oh, this is such a cute area over here.
Mary Jane and her husband, this was their dream too.
Oh.
She went in to, it started with a sweater. She went into a thrift store, and she was looking, and she found a sweater she really liked, and it was really soft, and it turned out that it was alpaca. So from the time she did, found that sweater, this is what she wanted to do. And they lived in Northern Virginia, and they bought this piece of land, and they've worked on it for years to clear it, and she finally bought her first alpacas in 2017.
Oh.
Her husband developed dementia, and so now he's been gone about 5 years, 5 or 6 years.
Bless her heart.
So she does this on her own with the help of, I do this up here for her. And Dawn, who you met, is one of the hands that works out directly with the animals.
Oh, that's got to be a dream job right there.
Well, she loves it, and it's very, very obvious that they love her.
Oh, I can see that already, yeah.
She, like when I get here in the morning, I let them out.
She's working with the...
I start talking to them when I hit the gate up there.
Oh.
Because the girls are downstairs in the barn, and they're put up at night. And I'll start talking to them, and you know, they know I'm going to let them out.
That is so awesome. Oh, she's letting them out.
Yeah, and those are the boys. We have to keep the girls and the boys
Right.
separate.
And are the boys friendly?
The boys like to fight with each other.
With each other, okay.
Those two that she just let out, those are our two gilded ones.
Gilded?
They've been castrated.
Oh, I got you.
They were developing a personality that was not what Mary Jane wanted, and she tried so many things before she took those steps to do it. There's two there. The next one over, you see the 3 white ones down where she is now. She's opening.
Oh, yes.
Those are 3 males. And then the next paddock over is 3 more males.
Oh, wow.
And some of them, we keep the gilded ones separate because the other ones will take advantage of them.
Oh.
Most of the time they all get along fine, but one will decide that he's going to be king of the hill for the day, and you'll look out there and you'll see them fighting with each other. And
oh, goodness.
But sometimes we break it up, and you just kind of watch it to see, you know, how intense it gets. But they're pretty good. They're good most of the time.
That
and
is
they
so
have their
good.
distinct personalities. I've been told that they're a lot like cats.
Oh, yeah?
And their personality. Sometimes they're very standoffish, but Dawn can, you know, love on them and pet them, and she can do things that lots of other people can't, because they're typically not a very cuddly animal.
Mm. They are beautiful, though. Very unique animals.
Yeah. And we have 2 females that are pregnant right now.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. When are they due?
In the spring. One of them is very cranky. And we've got 2, we still call them babies. We've got one that was born this past January. She'll be a year old in January. And then we've got another one that was born, she's a little over a year old. She was born September a year ago.
Oh. This is so interesting.
Very peaceful and tranquil.
It must be. Here with the where the wool's on the floor.
Oh, that's you put the wool. When you get it off, see it's kind of matted, and you put it in here, and it.
Oh.
Gets the this that's matted up becomes that.
Okay.
And sometimes you run it through again. And you can see it's coming out. Doesn't have much in it, but yeah. Now, you have to be really careful because those things are really. You see how it
it's very fine too.
Opens it up. But it's still a process, because then you have to take that and see it still has, you have to pick the vegetable matter. But that's what that does. Which is this, and you feed it, you turn this, you put it here, and it comes out here. And it comes out in long pieces about like that. And then you can take it and do what we call felt soap. Let me get that and show you what that's about. You use the bar soap of your choice. We use Vino because it has no perfumes and that sort of thing in it. So you take these strips and you take your bar of soap and you wrap it around the soap. And you get a baggie and put a little bit of boiling water in it. And then you start to agitate it. And as this gets hot, it shrinks. And it ends up encasing the soap. And we've cut this in half so to illustrate. And you can see it fully encloses. And you have to be careful how you do it, because if you rub too much in one side, it'll get thin. And then you let it dry, and you use it. It's real good as an exfoliant.
Wow.
I gave a friend of mine a bar of it, and she used it till the soap was gone, and then all she had was a little ball of fur, and she worked it and was able to put another bar of soap in it.
Good for her.
Good for her. Sounds really labor intensive.
Yeah.
I would personally just probably buy another bar of soap, but, buy another one. But we do this when we have time, but we don't have typically that much time to do that.
I thank you so much for your
You're
time.
most welcome.
There you go.
Come on, Belle.
Oh my goodness. Let me get it out of the bag.
They love this stuff. They get 2 cups of this a day, but we call it bribery food too.
Yeah.
So if we have the bucket and food in there, we let them to go wherever we want them to go.
This was an incredible experience. I left there with so much joy and happiness. And if you ever get a chance to visit an alpaca farm, I highly recommend it. Thank you so much to the wonderfully nice ladies who showed me around.